It's evening time, and I was taking a walk. I thought I'll communicate something to you. This whole idea of letting go, which is a big subject, how to let go of things, relationships that do not serve us. And I think this is an important aspect of our life and living. So, at the deepest level, it requires a lot of self awareness on our part. How deep do we know ourselves? And when there is recognition of the primordial awareness as the eternal self, then something amazing happens. The letting go happens by itself without the need to forcefully detach from an idea, place, thing, or a person. But when we use force, when we try to let go using tricks, tips, techniques, what the mind does is it temporarily starts believing that okay, I'm completely free now, I'm completely detached. But then it rears its ugly head after some time, and then you find yourself again caught up in the same web of thoughts, because mind's nature is entanglement. It loves entanglement. So you see, mind is not about freedom. It doesn't want freedom. It wants thrill, excitement. Sometimes it confuses. It confuses thrill with anxiety, excitement with anxiety, because we get addicted to our chaos. Sometimes if there is no chaos and one is conditioned to observing chaos from childhood, if the same chaos is not brought in the relationship, we begin to panic. So all this conflict that happens in relationships sometimes feel very natural. It feels as if this is the way it should be. However, very soon resentment starts building up from one side or the other, and then there is deepening of the rift between two people. Then we run after coaches. We try to set things right by setting the other person right. But that is again the trap of the mind. It is still trying to perfect the art. You see? But when we rest in our own being, when we are most peaceful within ourselves, the answers come, the clarity comes, whether something has to be let go of or not. Because from a chaotic mind, from a mind that is fragmented, you are not likely to take the right decision. Even if you want to let go of something or someone, you will always be confused, and then later on you will regret your decision. Did I take the right decision or the wrong decision? But when we rest in our being and allow the mind to be quiet, and we are completely observant of what is happening, we see the dynamic as it is happening. When the whole blame game, the resentment from both sides is over, usually then we are in a better position to make the decision. In other words, when we are sufficiently aware, the decision happens by itself. The letting go happens by itself. What you notice is that you do not ruminate over the past. You do not ruminate over a person. You just are so present in this moment that these thoughts do not disrupt your peace. Now, it does not mean that old memories, old hurts will not surface. Well, all those patterns do arise because that's life as we know it. But you see, we are not caught up in them. We observe the hurt for what it is. But then, the mind where understanding has not happened would flow in horizontal time as a story. This is what has happened. The hurt has happened. What did I do wrong? What did they do wrong? Why it happened like this? Why it happened like that? We go on and on about this whole thinking. What could I have done right? What should I do right now? Should I leave or should I not leave? All this confusion, it comes from this place of separation. It comes from this place of identification with the story. And when the story is strong, usually the decision making is not sound. The decisions are skewed because the vision is skewed. So when we allow the mind to relax sufficiently and we tune ourselves into this beautiful energy of the present, we don't need to take too many decisions. The decision happens by itself. The letting go happens by itself. And then there is not much thinking about it. Right decision, wrong decision. Because it is completely accepted that that's what was meant to be. And sometimes it is not about who is right and who is wrong, but the peace. So for example, if you are in a relationship and that relationship is turbulent, rather than obsessing over who is right, who is wrong, one can see if this dynamic is bringing peace or not. And if this dynamic is not bringing you peace, then you can actually initiate and take a decision to move away from that. Generally, we are scared to take decision because we fear that we may take the wrong decision. And that comes from a place of confusion where the mind is attached to a story. What if I miss out on something wonderful in life? But you see, forget about what is there in the future, because mind will never give you a good picture. Mind is a great deceiver. So it will create an imaginary projection into the future, and sometimes that will be fanciful, made up of beautiful moments, and other times it will be horrifying, where you would imagine fights, chaos, lack of trust, lack of respect, and all the nonsense that goes on. So when you are sufficiently calm, that means when you are tuned into your pure presence, into the being, there is this knowledge that the decision has to be taken, But it doesn't come through force. It happens very naturally. And you find yourself being tuned with your environment, being more present with the things that you're doing now, rather than ruminating or obsessing over a particular idea, place, thing, or person. So this relationship has to be understood. So what is primarily most important is your relationship with yourself. If that is sorted out, everything else gets sorted out on its own, and there is never a confusion. There is never this false hope, this broken crutch. Hope is a broken crutch. That this may happen, that may happen. No. What is right now? What is happening right now? Are you at peace right now in a given situation with a given set of circumstances? It can be your job, it can be a place, some new place where you may have moved in, or a person. And do not rely solely on the feelings, but see the overall quality. That's why it's important to have a deeper vision, which requires a relaxed mind. In the deeper vision, it will be clear as to what is going on. If, let's say, you are in a romantic relationship, or let's say organized, let's say you are with an organization or a community, are they helping you to be more peaceful? Are they supportive and helping you build your life? Or is that community engaged in malicious activities or things that are not uplifting? Or so, all these things need to be seen. And for us to see this clearly, we need total vision. That means we need total attention to what is happening. So from that place of neutral and natural awareness, the right answer comes on its own. So I thought I would share this, something small with you